So we're here at the crush. It's really important on all farms that you have proper handling facilities for health and safety. Health and safety question that got asked on the 2020 paper, again, there's 15 marks going for it, was just a picture of a crush similar to this and asked one good safety feature of it. One good safety feature we can see straight away here, animals come in, their heads come through here, their shoulders don't, and they're basically locked in. Then, for example, if you want to, maybe if it was the animal was lame, you can get in here and maybe assess closer the damage, and the animal cannot come back and could push you up against the wall or something, causing accidents as well. So handling facilities are really, really important. Now, just want to talk you through some of the things that we do here on the crush. So what I have here is I have a dose here for fluke and worms. That's something that, again, you have your dosing gun here, down the cow's esophagus into the room, and that's where this needs to go. Again, you're killing like things like liver fluke, some tapeworms and so on. So it's something that's really, really important to do. Next we have, it's a pour on, and it's actually called spot on. Spot on, again, is for flies. Again, you put it straight across the animal's back, you're just going to pour straight down, evenly spread it out. That will go through the skin and into the bloodstream. Next we have, again, it's a pour on. And again, this one is for fluke and worms as well. It's a bit easier to administer in comparison to the one down the neck, down the esophagus. So again, you're just pouring that on the animal's back, and again, you're treating them. It's really important that you're dosing the animals regularly. On this farm as well, what we do is we vaccinate for IBR and Salmonella. Again, a vaccine is a preventative method. How we know what to vaccinate for? In the milk samples, it also records the production of antibodies for these diseases like IBR, Salmonella, BVD, TB, all of these things that are really, really important on the farm. Another thing that's done annually on the farm is the TB test. Now, TB stands for tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is a zoonotic disease and a notifiable disease. And this gets asked on 50% of the papers. Notifiable diseases and zoonotic diseases. Zoonotic diseases are ones that can spread from animals to humans and vice versa. So earlier, Ronan might have been wondering why I was asking him to disinfect his boots. We don't want any zoonotic diseases coming onto this farm. A notifiable disease is tuberculosis as well. That means you're required by law to report the infection. And that's why every year farmers have to do a TB test. It's called a herd test in kind of farming language. But that is something that's notifiable. You have to report to the authorities or the Department of Agriculture. So again, that's something that's really important. So next week we have our TB test. And how a TB test works is, so when the vet comes, first thing he does is he will shave just 2 patches of hair on the animal. He will give 2 injections. Do that with all the animals on the farm. He comes back 3 days later, okay, to assess the animals. If the lower lump, okay, it's from the bovine protein that was injected in. The top one was the avian protein. So if the bovine protein from TB, tuberculosis, is a bigger lump, okay, the cow may have TB. And there'll be further blood tests and so on like that. So that's something that's really, really important. Okay, the whole idea of that is to eradicate TB in Ireland by 2030. That's the plan.